Hello and greetings to all of my YouTube readers and listeners out there. John Hurst here, as you all know, poet, activist, writer, singer. Today I'm going to be the poet. It was my intention to read a series of poems from Fissures in the American Soul, a collection of works that I published many years ago. But having reread the material myself recently, I realized that many of the pieces still needed to be rewritten. But fear not, I am going to read one of the pieces that I've rewritten because I think it is now ready to be shared, at least on a live performance. The rest of the seven pieces will follow as I rewrite them, but I just found that there were too many times when I tried to record the rest when I stopped and started because I realized that the prose were not really ready yet for a public reading. But this one is. It is called The Joyous Dance That Has Already Begun. Just letting people know I am very dyslexic, so I'm going to take a long time reading this because if I rush the words, they tend not to come in the right order. So my thanks for your patience as I share this poem. It is one of 8 that I will share in the weeks to come. All right. Sorry I'm not sharing them all today, but I hope that the quality will make up for the fact that I'm doing them one at a time over the next 8 weeks. The Joyous Dance That Has Already Begun by John Hurst. Our chosen emissary, our hookup to God, stands patiently and lovingly, identified by her priestly collar and her even larger mischievous grin. She waits for me to play my part, for me to play my role in the forming of our union through the invocation of an ancient ritual, the speaking of my vows. It is a simple act, an outcome already assured by the love that we share. Yet for the moment, my words are like a nervous dancer, falling over themselves in a bid to pay homage to the transcendent powers of love. They hold themselves in suspension, determined to do justice to the lover beside me, the dancer, who once sought to teach me how to waltz, but instead taught me how to love. My vows are adamant. They will not reveal my depth of feeling, not until the timbre of my words tell the full measure of our tender love, and of the sanctuary that we find in each other's company, of how the sound of your heartbeat brings me back to the best of who I am. Then, only then, do my words step forth. They did not mean to alarm you by their delay, my dear. They trusted in your patience as they aligned themselves with my clumsy heart, trusting in your instinctual knowledge of alchemy and love. Your loving and silent gaze is enough to convince my small ego to surrender control of the moment. Our love has given my overworked soul a more abundant world in which to exist, and so it releases control of the moment. Our gifts to each other are our hopes and dreams, not recriminations. We exist in a place where acceptance and forgiveness take on a rhythm of their own, like two pianists sharing a single instrument. My words now at least begin to match, begin to echo the fullness of all that we are to each other. I pledge my love, basking in the memory of our many, many silken pas de deux, each of them unique. Some marked in previous years by fierce turns and sharp angles, others executed through acts of loving reparation. They have already become part of a symphony that will carry us through the years to come. But it is not the future that now holds me in this time and place, nor is it the pleasure I derive from your exquisite form and mesmerizing lilac scent. No, it is none of these. It is the joy of knowing that I found my other, that the tango dancer who I first pursued has become the partner who now resides in my heart, who my vows now refer to as my beloved, because no other name will suffice. Okay. Once again, thank you for taking the time to join me on my YouTube channel. I very much hope that you will visit me again next week when I will be reading another of my poems. And as I said, I decided to share them piece by piece, or rather than all at once, because I am rewriting them and realize that they really need to be rewritten. I thank you for joining me. This is John Hurst. As I've said before, on the full reading of the 8 pieces, which I think did eventually make it to my Facebook page, donations in support of my work are always welcome at Venmo, which is, and PayPal. My Venmo address is, of course, Frederick Hurst at Venmo, and my PayPal account is my email address, which is jf58liverpool@gmail.com. I wish you a blessed and wonderful, loving day, and look forward to sharing more of my work with you next week. Until then, stay well. Bye-bye.